You can't go fishing until you hear these amazing fishing hacks you've never heard. We're going to blow your mind. The live emerald shiner minnow, one of the best baits to catch crappie, yellow perch, walleye, trout, and catfish. So here are a flurry of awesome hacks to keep your minis alive and well for a full day of fishing. First, you gotta have a good aerator like this, pumping oxygen into the minnow bucket water. Step 2, you can add some hydrogen peroxide into the water, which also adds oxygen. Step 3, add some ice cubes in sealed baggies to the minnow water, which will cool it down and keep them alive longer. And step 4, always hook the mini up through the lips so she swims more natural and stays alive longer too. And live worms will catch every freshwater fish that swims. We also have some great hacks here to keep your worms plump, juicy, and vivacious for year-round fishing. Step 1, always keep them in the refrigerator in a well-ventilated, breathable styrofoam container. Move over eggs, butter, and milk. We got to keep our worms alive for a moment's notice. Step 2, feed them a dusting of cornmeal once a week on the top of the dirt, and then that'll keep them alive for at least about 6 months in the fridge. And if you're like us and you want to catch your own crawlers to save some money, go catch them at night after a day of heavy rain with a flashlight covered in red cloth because they can't see red. Works awesome, baby. Hack 3 to catch more fish, especially catfish and carp, is to chum the water you'll be fishing. You can use canned dog food to attract catfish into the area in no time, canned corn to bring carp in a hurry, and our favorite for all fish, especially when you're out on a boat, is to grind up pieces of bait fish or minnows, freeze them into ice cubes, then drop the cubes into the area you're casting. You will catch more fish, I promise. But just make sure that chumming is legal in your area before you do any of this stuff. Hack 4 is my all-time favorite. Before we get into it, please make sure you like this video, share it with fellow fishing enthusiasts, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss our next post. Okay, read this, folks, right up here. Change every hook you've got to blood red hooks. Red is the color of blood. It triggers predatory responses in every fish. Bass can see the color red down to about 20 feet. And blood red hooks mimic an injured or wounded bait fish, which will cause every fish to strike more often. This is proven science, folks. Everything we use is red. Hooks, swivels, bullet weights, sinkers, everything. Switch out to blood red hooks. You will catch more fish. I guarantee it every single time. Hack 5 is how to expertly remove your backlashes and bird's nests. First, we use braided line. There's zero stretch and zero memory. So by using that, you're going to significantly eliminate the amount of tangles and backlashes you get. Joe is the master at this, so I'm going to turn it over to him.
All right, folks, this is how you get out of bird's nest. So you're going to keep pulling and pulling until you find, well, you're going to keep pulling until there's going to be a break right here. So you see this little section here, you're going to want to take this and you're going to pull this out until you can't pull it any farther. Once you do that, you're going to again keep pulling until this happens again, and you're just going to repeat these steps. I might get another one here. Let's see. And okay, I only had to do it one time, but there's the bird's nest. But if there's multiple things like that, you're just going to keep pulling and doing the same steps over again until you get the bird's nest out. It should work.
Okay, hack 6 is a great catfish trick, and it's to use Kool-Aid as a bait enhancer to catch more fish. Kool-Aid contains strong fruity scents and citric acid, which both attract catfish. And the bright colors when you use cherry or strawberry makes your baits more visible in murky or darker stained water. So just choose your meaty, high-fat, high-protein and oil baits like chicken liver, hot dogs, and cut bait bluegill, shad, or herring, and in a Ziploc bag, mix a packet or two of cherry or red Kool-Aid with a cup of water and a couple tablespoons of salt. You let the baits marinate and soak up all the liquid overnight, and then you can even freeze it too so that it sticks to the octopus hook better and allows you to cast out into the deepest holes, drop-offs, ledges, and always around underwater submerged trees, logs, rock piles, and heavy vegetation. And another really great trick besides Kool-Aid is to use garlic and garlic powder. That is a very, very strong attractant for both catfish, and you're going to catch bass along the way too. Hack 7, we hope you're still with us and you've learned a lot of cool tricks so far. Frozen, cheese-filled hot dogs are irresistible to channel catfish and bullheads and bass and turtles and just about any type of panfish there are. The combination of fat, salt, protein, and cheese are simply irresistible in smaller ponds. And you definitely want to keep them frozen at all times because it's going to make it a lot easier to stick onto your octopus hook and to be able to cast out far into the deepest holes, especially where the biggest catfish are going to be. Okay, Hack 8 is a really cool tip to use while you're fishing, and it can also be used to catch catfish, like the old timers used to do, and that is to use a bar of soap to repel mosquitoes and bugs when you're fishing, especially on a warm summer night. Certain types of bar soaps have citronella and lye in them, and this strong scent is known to repel mosquitoes, which makes fishing at dusk much more enjoyable without consistent bug bites. Irish Spring brand and citronella and peppermint soaps tend to work best. You just have to rub a whole mess of it on your skin, especially your hands, your wrists, ankles, legs, behind your ears, and also hang a couple of bars near where you're fishing. So all these scents are going to help deter pesky mosquitoes from bothering you while you're trying to fish in summer. And when you don't use all your soap, you can actually catch channel catfish on bars of soap. It's true, baby. Okay, on to Hack 9, and this is an organizing tip by using a safety pin to organize all of our hooks and save time having to rummage through the bottom of your tackle box looking for the right size hook or swivel or whatever when you need it in a jiffy. You can now easily keep all your different hook sizes organized with no hassle ever when you use safety pins to organize them and arrange them neatly and make them easy to access on the fly. Just gather and group all your hooks based on the type and size, open the safety pin, thread the hooks on, and close it, and voila. You can store these in your tackle box trays very easily without ever having to dig through a mess ever again. And this is a very handy way when you're actually river fishing by just fastening a number of these pins to your trout vest, and you never have to lug around tackle boxes or tackle trays with you, and it's a brilliant thing. Okay, Hack 10 might just be the best fishing hack of all time for catfishing, and that is to use pantyhose. If using nylon is legal where you live, to hold soft baits like chicken liver, beef liver, turkey liver, stink baits, dog food, spam, and even night crawlers together so they won't ever fall off your octopus circle hooks easily ever again. And it's really easy. All you have to do is get 2 or 3 inch by 2 or 3 inch size of the pantyhose cut. You place the bloody, messy baits right into the hose and just tie a knot to keep it secure. And once you run the barbed circle hook through it, it's going to stay put even after many, many dozens of casts. And don't worry, the blood and the scent is going to protrude through the pantyhose easily, and it's going to disperse into the water. Catfish have an extraordinary sense of smell, so they're going to be able to find these baits from up to about 100 yards away. And by having the bait secured in the pantyhose, you're now going to be able to cast out farther and get into the deepest sections of the lake and around all the heavy cover that the big cats love to hang out in. So we'll leave you with one more parting tip, and that is you got to go out and buy pantyhose as a man. So when you get to the store and you're ringing out and the clerk says, why in God's name do you have to be buying pantyhose as a man? You tell them, I'm going catfishing tonight with bloody chicken liver, and all your questions are answered. All right, thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you out on the water really soon. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Please like this video, hit the subscribe button before you leave, and don't forget to enable your bell notifications so you never miss another great video coming your way.